Big thank you to Kasia Hanson, who's the VP of Strategic Partnerships at Alcatraz, for joining me today. Kasia, please say hi and tell us a bit about yourself for anybody that's not met you in industry before.
Yeah, hello. And thank you so much, Sarah, for having me. I really appreciate it. It was so amazing to meet you recently. I'm Kasia Hanson, and I am the VP of Strategic Partnerships at Alcatraz. We are a privacy first designed biometric facial authentication solution, helping to secure spaces all over the world. And I've been in the tech industry for about over 25 years, not to age myself, but about 25 years or more. Spent my career in Silicon Valley. Yes, exactly. It's like a fine wine. And enjoyed building out technology that's been used all over the world in every kind of solution imaginable, so including security. So really, really happy to be here. And I'm also the president of the Global Council for Responsible AI, as well as the vice chair for the International Commission on AI Safety.
I actually couldn't believe what fell into my lap because when I met you, Kasia, and you told me that you're the former chairwoman of Women in Security Forum for 2 years, I was like, well, this is perfect because you're going to have so much to say about being the minority in a male-dominated industry. So I guess that was my luck, but I'm keen to hear a bit more about how you have made space in your career and made that time to invest in those type of forums and give that visibility back to the women that you work with.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was my, I feel like it was a treat to meet you. So thank you. You have such great energy. So no, I had a really, I was chair of the Women in Security Forum for the Security Industry Association and had a great opportunity being the second chair in the history of that. And we had an amazing time kind of building up how women are, enabled and supported in the security industry association, or industry, I should say. And I think one of the things that the security industry in particular is the majority men, and we're consistently growing that over time. But I think more importantly than even growing just numbers of women in security is really how are we helping women navigate their careers? How do we support them? How do we provide them with tools and resources that help them navigate, whether they're a working mom or they are a technician out in the field and they're having to work with like all men, right? Or they're trying to navigate to the C-suite. And so how do we do that? And that's been a passion of mine for many, many years, even since stepping out of that, because I do think it's so important. I was actually reading a LinkedIn post of a security leader. I won't say her name here, but she's going off to have a baby. And it was amazing. She shared all the things that people have said to her, whether, mostly inappropriate, about her being a working mom. And I think that's another thing as well, right? We're all in different spaces, and women, are really, I think, poised to are very powerful forces in the workforce. You look at whether working moms or you have women that are very passionate about what they're doing. I think it's really interesting to me how women are poised today, especially with AI. And you and I were talking about that. I think AI is a tremendous opportunity for women to elevate their positions in the workforce. And I really recommend every woman learn some level of AI, whether it's just simple, working with AI tools or it's developing their own agents. And it's amazing to talk to so many women. I was at an event a couple weeks ago, 1,500 women. And the main part of that conversation was one, AI, two, navigating workplace and navigating career challenges. I mean, there's still a lot that exists out there for women. And then also health and wellness was another one. Always a really big topic when you're, talking with women. And so, I think, we all behoove each other to support, enable, and it's an amazing thing to watch, especially in security, how many women are now kind of rising up and really taking control of their careers and so forth. So
and taking it back to that health and wellness element and the importance. I think I saw a post of yours just yesterday about slowing down, meditation, being able to just take that breath. And again, the point of these conversations aren't to bash men or again to moan as such about how hard women have it, definitely not. But to acknowledge there is an element of like invisible weight, that invisible load that we do carry in being working mums or women in industry that again feel like they have to prove themselves to have the seat that somebody else sat next to them may not have had to have done. And that's draining and that takes a toll. And that constant feeling if you have something to prove means that when you go on holiday, you feel obliged to, protect your seat and check your phone and burn yourself at both ends. So it sounds like that's something that
absolutely. I mean, I spent many years with unlimited vacation, and I would spend time on my vacation checking my email, checking my phone, taking time away from my kids. I felt I needed to do that at the time. There was always a reason for it, and now I look back I'm at a point in my career where I do take that time on my vacation. Now, if there's urgent things that are happening and someone needs to reach you, I totally get it, and that's fine. Like if my CEO needs to talk to me, she knows she can call me or text, right? But I do think it's just really important to take that time to yourself. I mean, I shared in that post, I suffered anxiety and panic attacks for many years, and they would come on at a time that you least expected, and probably the most inconvenient time. And for me, I shared that I walked into a gemstone store and or crystal store, whatever you want to call it, and there were these women in there, and I thought I was just going to a gemstone store, and instead it was like this magical place where these women were sharing about self-care and meditation and sort of core wellness conversations. And I learned, and I said I could never meditate. I just could never do it. I can't. My mind won't shut off. And they said, well, that's the point. Like you learn to slow yourself down over time, and I'm much better at it now, and I do it on a daily basis. But I also feel like I share it. It's kind of like a drug, right? Where you feel really good after you're meditating every day, and then all of a sudden you stop for like a week, and you're like, okay, yeah, I feel good, and then all of a sudden something happens, and you're like, oh, I need to get back to my meditation.
Yeah.
But it's the simplest thing in the world because it's free, right?
Yeah.
And it's something you can do for yourself. And so, but those conversations happen all the time at these women's events I go to, and I absolutely love sharing and discussing different perspectives about health and wellness and what I'm learning on this journey, right? We're all learning something new, and being able to share that is just such an opportunity. And balancing that workforce and the workload for women, you're right. I mean, there always is this different expectation, partly I think because the workplace puts it on you, but the other part is we put it on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
We feel we have to show up in a different way, something to prove. And I think sometimes we have to give ourselves some grace.
I guess for anybody that hasn't met you in person, what I love about these podcasts is that visibility. Like now people have a face to a name, and next time they're at a conference, maybe they're feeling overwhelmed, or I don't know, they just don't have a friendly female face in the room that they feel like they can go and buddy up with. I know that you're going to be at the Global Security Exchange in September in Atlanta. So if anybody else is going to be there, come and say hi to Kasia. But for now, thank you so much for your time today.
I would be happy to chat with anybody that wants to come by and chat whatever you want to talk about.
That's what happened with us, and look at us now, we're besties.
And for you to join the conversation with me on LinkedIn as well, and definitely happy to be here. And thanks, Sarah, for reaching out and for hosting. I really appreciate it. It's great to get to know you.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you for your time as well, Kasia. I will see you at the next one.